Gemma. Thanks for joining us today for our Human Library video series. In this video series, we borrow local people from our community to tell us their stories and to showcase the diverse possibilities available in our community. Today we are joined by Godfrey, founder of The Switcher. Anna will share with us her journey and how she's used the skill of communication through her life to get to where she is today. Hi Anna, can you tell us what your professional life looks like currently today?
Sure. I live in Cundletown and I run my business, The Switcher, where I help people think differently about lots of things. And I do lots of marketing, strategy, innovation work. And it's a real blend, I would say, between professional and personal, because I don't really think professional is just where things are at these days. As a working mum of 3 kids, I tend to blur the both. But I'm lucky that I can do all of that from Cundletown.
Excellent. Can you name and describe for us today a skill that you've used through your life to get to where you are today?
A skill that I use every day would be being a good communicator. So I think there's a real skill in being able to succinctly figure out what do people need and then to frame it in a way that people can easily understand it. And sometimes that skill actually just involves you being quiet and not saying anything. But that's actually what I spend my life doing, communicating information or ideas, or so we can make decisions on business and figure out where to from there. So that's a really good one and a skill that most people can actually practice.
Excellent. Can you think of an example or a specific time that you've used that skill of communication to achieve a goal or get through something in your professional life?
I think when I left Chatham High and I moved to Bathurst, to Charles Sturt University, most of my career was based around communicating there was an opportunity or something that I would like to go and do. And I don't think anybody has a big master plan for what that kind of looks like. So I think you always need to be ready to communicate openly around that would be great for me, or here's how I can help you do that. And so I can think of multiple opportunities, whether that was saying, yes, I'd love to travel, so communicating that I could be up for moving to Chicago for work, or yes, I'd like to do more into marketing or innovation, or yes, I want to leave corporate life and move home to Taree. All of those things require framing and really communicating very clearly what it is that I was after. And I think I've done that pretty well to date.
Excellent. Can you tell us, what do you love about either your professional or your personal life today?
I love the flexibility that being a working mum and being able to work from here gives me. That's really important to me. I've needed different things in my career to date, and sometimes professional comes first and sometimes personal comes first. I'm really clear with telling my in a work sense that sometimes family has to come first and vice versa. But that's the flexibility of being able to be here and attend swimming carnivals and doing all of those things, as well as sitting in a boardroom with Woolworths. All of those things work together flexibly. So that's really what I'm after at this point in time.
What do you think this says about the values that are important to you?
Value for me is actually being really authentic. So authenticity to me is about being really real and knowing who you are and what you need, and that changes all the time in your career. So for me, working flexibly for now with 3 children is most important. There are different times that I've needed different things, but I really value simplicity and honesty, and that's who I am. And so I'm always seeking real people who say what's going on, whether that's good or bad, because I think authenticity is a beautiful thing, and not enough people back themselves as to go, this is who I am and what I do well.
And what's a piece of advice that, looking back, you would give to your younger self?
I was always pretty confident in knowing kind of where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do. The first thing was leaving Taree and moving to uni, so it's highly ironic that I chose to come home and live a beautiful life here. But my piece of advice to myself would be know your strengths, but go with your gut. So I think lots of people overthink stuff. And I think looking back on all of the decisions that I've made in my career, going with your gut feel, does that feel right or doesn't feel great? That would be actually just a really simple piece of advice to take.
What do you think it would mean for your younger self to hear this piece of advice?
I think as a younger person, when you just don't have the experience yet, that was probably just say it would have saved me a bit of time, because I kind of intuitively knew that's what I needed to do. But sometimes young people have a bit of a wobble because they're not really sure. I think if I'd have taken my own advice back then, I just would have got on with it and enjoyed it instead of thinking about it or feeling the need to talk with lots of people about it. Just do it.